Your call to action, or CTA, is critical to your email marketing efforts. That's how you get your reader to do something, like go to the website or get more info.
Effective, compelling CTAs increase the ever-important click-through rate. I'm Emily, this is Darlene, and we're sharing tips for creating compelling CTAs.
While you can use a text link for your CTA, most pros agree that buttons get better results. So we're going to focus on tips on creating the best CTA buttons.
When creating your CTA buttons, you want to focus on three things: your copy, or the words on your button, your design, and its placement.
The copy on your button should inform and encourage the reader to act. So be specific and benefit-focused.
For example, say you want to launch a subscription service and you want readers to go to your site and sign up for it. Instead of using generic language like sign up, maybe try something like sign me up to save.
That me in your CTA is also important. A study by Unbound showed that using first-person pronouns in your button text resulted in a 90% increase in clicks. Personalization really pays off.
And avoid using what pros call friction words. Words like download and buy can be perceived as requiring extra effort. So lighten their load by choosing words that emphasize the benefits, like get or learn.
Now let's talk button design. Always use contrasting colors so the button stands out and really pops off the screen. But don't choose a color that's too loud and crazy that it clashes with your color scheme.
And this may sound obvious, but make sure your button looks like a button. So don't get too fancy town with your design. While you can use images as buttons, it can be difficult for readers to know that these are buttons or even clickable, especially on a mobile device. So clear up this confusion by sticking to the old school rounded rectangle.
And finally, give your button some space. White space, that is. That's the area on the page that you leave empty. Using white space around the button sets it off from other elements in your email and draws your reader's attention to it.
That brings us to placement, and this one can be a little bit controversial. There's everything from above the fold to the complexity content theory. However, we distilled everything the pros had to say, and here's what we suggest.
When determining where to place the CTA button, consider the type of email you're sending, and then logically weave it into the place or places that you think readers will most likely interact with it.
So for example, if you're sending a promo email for a sneak peek at your Black Friday doorbusters, a CTA in your banner makes sense. But if you're sending a newsletter, it might make more sense to have several CTAs, like learn more, each cozied up to its related content.
Bottom line is that you're going to need to experiment with copy, design, and placement variations to determine what call to action buttons will work best for your email. I'm Darlene, this is Emily, and sign us up to see you later.